I'm Ruth and welcome to my new sewing channel, which I've decided to call So Dysfunctional. I am a self-employed musician and a mum of 2 young kids, nearly 4 and 2. So I don't get a lot of time to sew at the moment, and for the last couple of years since my youngest was born, I have watched a lot of sewing vlogs, and it's basically kept me going because I just don't get the chance to sew. And I've watched so many, and actually I found loads of new ones as well recently, which has been really nice. And I just thought, maybe I should try doing one. Why not? A lot of the vloggers I see on YouTube are amazing sewers, really good, and they are producing a lot of stuff. I do not make that many things. If I make one thing in a month, I'm lucky. I'm very slow. And all the processes. I take a long time sort of cutting out the patterns. I'm not the best sewer in the world, so it takes me quite a long time sometimes, and I sew quite slowly anyway. I don't know, I just like to take my time because otherwise I think I feel a bit stressed and things start going wrong. So yeah, so I don't produce loads and loads of things. So I love watching all these people who are, and it gives me loads of ideas and I really enjoy that, but I'm not one of those people. And I just think, are there other people out there who just manage to sew like one thing a week, one thing a month? Or is it just me? Am I just really slow? I tend to find that I don't find patterns fit very well. So one of the reasons that I don't go shopping all that much, apart from the fact that I've got the kids, and who wants to go doing clothes shopping with kids? That's just a nightmare. Things just don't fit me well in the shop, so I just don't go shopping that often. I've got really small boobs, and then in sort of, if you're looking at say like a sewing pattern that's got the bust, waist, hips, I would tend to go up at least 1 or 2 sizes from the bust size for my waist, and then sometimes another one again for my hips. Grading a pattern from like over 3 or 4 sizes from bust to hips is a bit of a mind bender. Yeah, and I really want to be able to get in touch with the sewing community because I've watched so many vloggers out there, and they all seem really nice, and I'd just really like to sort of add myself into that group, really. Ask for plenty of advice. I'm going to need lots of help. Tips, tricks, etc, etc. Yeah, so I'm just hoping that I can join in the fun, really, and also try and figure out a style. So I'm very much a comfort clothes person, and I'm really bad at figuring out, before I go ahead buying a pattern and a lot of fabric, whether something is really going to be the right thing for me. Yeah, sort of just to get an idea of what adjustments maybe I have to make, or what patterns are really good shape for me to wear. So maybe that'll be something that I'll go along and I'll figure out a bit for myself, and people can chip in and see what else I could do. I'm rambling away, which is very boring. So I'm going to show you what I'm wearing. Of the not that many things that I've made, this is one of the things that I wear loads. So it is a Seamwork Sadie top. I joined Seamwork a few years ago, and to be honest, I don't use it that much. So it's a subscription thing, and you get the magazine every month, and 2 new patterns come out every month. And I think I signed up to the one where I get 2 credits every month, and I have so many that I have just not used sitting in the bank, and I forgot to cancel the subscription just before it came up in January. So kind of by accident, I've ended up with another year's worth, so I'm going to have even more credits at the end of this year. I like some of the patterns that come up, but I don't know, a lot of them just, yeah, don't really float my boat. Anyway, this is one of the ones that I have used and I really like. I made it out of a Ponte Roma, which I got from Minerva, and the most disappointing thing about that is that it's not worn very well. And I used a scrap of it to make something for one of my kids recently, and after the first wash it went really, really bobbly. So I can try and show you, but I've autofocused my camera because it was doing the annoying sort of zooming in and out thing every time I moved, so it might not actually focus very well, but if I can sort of vaguely see, it's just gone really bobbly, and it did that really quickly. I love it anyway because I just chuck it on all the time. We live in a really big house. It's very cold in the winter, so I wear multiple layers, and I really like having things that I can pull up over my neck because I get very cold. So I'll try and stand back. You might not be able to see all of it. I'm new to the iMovie making films thing, so I'm gonna try and figure out how to do a photo that I can put in. But if I don't manage that for this video, I shall stand back and just show you a little bit about the Sadie. So it's got 2 pockets that you sew onto the front. I was really pleased with the detailing actually, because it's got just little triangles top stitched on, just to reinforce the pockets. And actually I made the effort to do that really neatly, and I was really pleased because it looks really nice. It's got little cuffs. Say it's got this roll neck collar. And that's the back. And it's a really straightforward shape. I think it is, from what I remember, it's slightly A-line. Slightly A-line shape. So as you can see, like, there's loads of room around my bust, but there is plenty, there's enough, you know, that it's not kind of sitting on my hips and then bagging up with fabric in the middle. Yeah, so that was one of my favourite things that I've made from Seamwork so far. The next video I'm going to do is another sort of jumper. That was just a little, I say a little welcome video. I have rambled, I'm really sorry. I will get much better at not chuntering away at the camera, because I know that can get really boring. Please do like this video if you've enjoyed it, or tell me if you haven't why you haven't, and I'll try and do a better one next time. Yeah, and do subscribe if you want to see the next. I'm going to try and do a few videos that I can put out quite quickly, so that my channel's got some stuff that you can see and you're not just sort of left wondering what's coming next. Thanks very much. Bye.